Hello, welcome to another episode of Unraveling with me, your host, Nikki. Today we'll be unraveling in which the ways the universe is always protecting us, in the ways our creator is always protecting us, our ancestors are protecting us by rejection. I've been rejected so many times from different poetry competitions I've entered, college applications I've been rejected, job positions I've been rejected. I feel like as you get rejected more often, you're kind of just like, whatever. It doesn't hit you. It's not, you don't take it too deep. It's just like, oh, okay, keep going. And, when I was really, really in the trenches of budgeting to the T in college, I considered donating blood through BioLife, and I heard my other coworkers were doing that, to get extra cash. And so I was like, okay, let me try that. And so I did that. I did all the paperwork, everything. It was kind of extensive, low key, and they ask you these questions. And they asked me, have you gotten a piercing recently? I'm like, well, I got a cartilage piercing. I got my seconds maybe a few months ago. And she's like, okay, you can't donate blood because I forgot what the whole stitch was, but basically they said I can't give blood and I should come back in a few months. And I was kind of bummed about it. I'm like, damn, I could have had, an extra $100 or something. And I go to work, in the next few days, and one of my coworkers who got their blood drawn went to that same place and gave blood and kind of really bruised, like badly. Bruised to the point where like it was all over her arm, and I don't know if it started clotting or what, but I looked at her arm and I'm like, damn, that could have been me. I think of that memory as a way that rejection is protection, in essence, is the whole summary of that story. Because just because you get rejected from something doesn't mean it's not for you. Most likely, you're just being protected. And that was so crazy because it was just one of those, I was in the moment, like many college students were, who would do anything for money, and not anything, but almost anything, to, give blood, sell clothes, all these things. And sometimes being rejected isn't the worst thing in the world. I also like to just give myself this round of applause for choosing to keep going. And if you're listening to this, I want to raise a toast to you too for not giving up and for always choosing to find an option. There's always options. What I've realized in one of the positions I worked at, when I worked at a bank, one of the best things I was taught was, making sure that your customers always have options. And that really stuck to me because that's so true. Not only does it apply to business, but also it applies to ourselves. Making sure we always have options. If you feel stagnant or stuck and you have no other option or no creative ideas flowing in, maybe you just need to change your environment. Maybe you need to listen to a different type of music. Maybe you need to watch something stimulating, intellectually stimulating. Maybe you need to zoom out of where you're currently at and do a little self-reflecting on what you've done, what worked, and what didn't. Maybe you just need to look in a little bit deeper. Give yourself options is what I'm trying to say. This is why I moved down to the cities from a small town, because it had so many opportunities, and I'm glad I did because it led me to so many different jobs and so many different experiences, met so many amazing people, so many different experiences was like, what I loved about it. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. I hope to see you guys in another episode real soon. I love you. Bye.